you help me?
Tell me your deepest, darkest thoughts. Take a deep breath. You want your family home. What was that?
You see anything?
Hi, we're back. This is Matt.
This is Katie, and this is Movies and Mischief with Matt and Katie. And our third movie, this is a record for us, our third movie this evening was one we had to dig a little deep. We weren't quite sure what we were in the mood for, but we switched over to HBO Max, and we came across this film that neither one of us had heard of, I don't think, or had seen before.
And I don't know how.
Called Repentance.
From 2014.
2014. Anthony Mackie, Forrest Whitaker, and those are the only two that I recognize.
Mike Epps.
Oh, Mike Epps.
Sinead Lathan.
See, I don't reckon. I didn't.
Yeah.
I recognized her, but I didn't know her. So, what'd you think of this one?
I really like this movie. I don't know how it flew under the radar. Mm-hmm. And can we talk about one Mr. Forrest Whitaker? Good night.
Forrest Whitaker is amazing.
He was amazing.
I have had a crush on Forrest Whitaker ever since I saw him in Crying Game.
But I have never seen, and I didn't see that, so that's part of it. But I have never seen him like this before.
Oh, he's amazing.
I mean, he just was like, he's playing a character who is...
He's got some issues, mental issues.
Probably bipolar.
He's mourning the loss of his mother.
Yeah.
But that's all we're gonna say.
Yeah.
No, he was really good in this. I'm gonna be completely brutally honest here. He is the only reason why I stuck with it through the beginning, because I thought the initial beginning setup of the story was a little clunky for me. It wasn't until the meat of the story began when I was fully invested. But leading up to that, it was a little bit clunky for me. Yeah. And Forrest Whitaker is what kept me riveted, because I was like, I gotta know what's going on with this guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Anthony Mackie, not his best, I have to say.
It was early.
Not his best. I honestly felt like the Mike Epps character, the brother situation, I kind of felt like it was shoehorned in there.
Yeah, he was, and see, I feel like in a weird way, I feel like this is some of the best thing that Anthony Mackie has done, because you typically don't get to see him...
That emotion.
Yeah.
Right.
He's typically either really cool dude, funny dude, or mad dude.
Yeah.
You don't really get to see him be genuinely
distraught. I mean, his acting was fine, but let's be honest, next to Forrest Whitaker...
Yeah, well, next to Forrest Whitaker, everybody receded into the background, because he was just, just riveting.
I don't really see why it was under the horror category.
Because there was a kind of a haunting sort of thing happening, but
but it was more of a thriller.
It definitely should have fallen under thriller.
Yeah. But yeah, and this is one of the ones that we went into completely blind. Like I said, we hadn't heard anything about it. I think the only reason we stopped on it when we were reviewing it was because we saw Forrest Whitaker, and then we saw baby Anthony Mackie, and we were like, all right, let's give this one a shot.
Yeah, and I think we're trying to do at least one blind date a month where we just see something and either just read the blurb or just watch the trailer, and before the trailer even finishes, that's been kind of the rule. Either just the blurb or start the trailer and go, okay, that's enough. Turn off the trailer, let's start the movie.
So this is a good one. Repentance. Yeah. If you have an HBO Max subscription, you're able to see it. It's going to be under horror. But this is definitely worth a watch. Like, I don't think Katie agrees with me. It's a little clunky to begin with. Stick with it, because once the story really kicks in and you see the intentions of everybody.
And it's funny that you say that, because I didn't have a problem with the beginning, but I felt like the beginning told you things foreshadowed things that are going to happen later, but you apparently didn't pick up on it at all.
Right over my head.
And I was like, oh yeah, from like the first 5 minutes, I knew that's what happened. And you're like, yeah, no, it
there was a point in the last 10 minutes where I was like, wait a minute.
This is the thing?
I get it. Yeah, it completely over my head. But yeah, and for me, I think the beginning feels like a lot of rushed character development to me.
Yeah, I see that.
That whole thing on the boat didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, there was a therapeutic kind of thing they do that was just like, this was just a weird...
Without spoiling it, it's a very weird Karate Kid moment.
Yeah, kind of. Kind of.
It's very weird, but
yeah.
Don't let that deter you from watching this, because I think this is definitely
I think by the
worth
time
a
you
view.
get to that point, you're already hooked in. By the time you get there, you're going
this is a really good movie. It's got some really good tension in it. The effects, it does have some gore. I'm going to tell you that. There's some torture involved. So if that's not your cup of tea, there's one scene in particular I was very impressed with.
Yeah.
That, but again, I don't want that to keep you from watching it, because I think this is a really good movie.
And it's not like Saw or Hostel kind of.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well.
It's not that, because it's not.
When was the last time you watched Hostel?
But it's not.
It's appropriate violence.
Yeah, there's reasoning in there.
There is.
Yeah,
and it's
beyond,
where it's where it
psycho.
should be. Yeah. It's placed where it should be. It's done. It's just enough to keep you invested in what's happening to these characters. It's not. I see what you're saying. It's not like Hostel, where it's just like, ooh, let's see how many ways we can take a body part off.
And the camera doesn't stay on. It doesn't focus on the way that torture porn movies do, where they just stay with it while everything's happening.
Yeah, this is just you see it long enough to know what happens. Yeah. So yeah, Repentance, HBO Max, thumbs up from both of us. I think it's really good. Some really, really good top-notch acting from Forrest Whitaker. And the little girl in it is adorable. I don't know who this girl is or where she came from, why we haven't seen her before, because acting-wise...
Before she was 4.
Yeah, acting-wise, she didn't really do anything amazing, but she was an adorable kid. So.
And she was very natural, which is you don't always get with little kids.
Yeah.
A lot of times you get that weird where it's like, oh, God, could you not have found an actor that could act? I get that they're a little kid, but at one point, Haley Joel Osment and Elijah Wood were all little kids, and
All right, so before my wife continues to down-talk child actors,
not all of them,
we're going to go ahead and sign off for the evening. Again, please subscribe, ring the bell, comment. Let us know if there's anything out there currently streaming that you would like to get our opinions on. And other than that, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.